Hey guys, and welcome to Loot from 1000 Edimmus, and these are the level 90 Slayer guys, and you also need 115 Dungeoneering to get into the dungeon, and obviously you also need the Elf City to even attempt to get these guys. So yeah, they have a lot of requirements, but later in the video you'll see why they're so good to kill. But first up, I started doing I think 250 kills in, I was doing melee, and I realized that that's not the best method. Melee is really not the best method on these guys. They have super high HP, it's like 32,000 life points or whatever, and melee is still pretty good, DPS and stuff, but you only hit one at a time, so it technically isn't the best, considering a lot of them get around onto you, and you can, do chain abilities and stuff like that. So I switched to mage about 250 kills in. It worked really well. I was getting like 125 kills an hour. That's pretty decent, I guess, for these guys. Maybe could have done it slightly faster. So yeah, I think 8 hours is a good estimate on how long the 1000 took. But yeah, as for the drops, I mean, they have decent regular drops. I believe it's like a mil or something an hour just in the regular drops. That doesn't include any of the rare items that you can get. And considering they have really high requirements and they're decently hard to kill, you'd think that they'd be good experience, but they really aren't. Their combat experience is like 270k an hour, at least at my rates, and then the Slayer experience per hour is like 100k solid. That's not horrible, but it's not anywhere near as good as other tasks. But the thing is, you get so much money here, it kind of outweighs the experience you're not getting, even though the tasks take so long. It's like 90 minutes of these guys, and I think you can only kill them on task now. I don't think you can kill them just by camping them anymore. I think they fixed that. And then they also fixed the blood necklace drop rate. And if you don't know what the blood necklace shard is, it's the rare drop from these guys, and that's what I was basically hunting for. Hopefully I could get a lot, because they are pretty expensive when I got them. And the first one I got, I got them on the 14th kill, and that was pretty early on in the update, and I sold it for 10 mil instant. So obviously that's not really expensive, but that's still pretty awesome to get a shard that early on. That was 14 kills in. It really was like, oh my god, this video is gonna be amazing. And then later on a different task, on I think kill number 195, I got another shard, and I instantly sold that for 18 mil. So that is pretty awesome price. It was like 8 mil more than the previous one. And then now I started doing mage on a different task. I got another shard on kill number 471, and that was 14 mil instant. Sadly, I should have sold them for a little bit more, because the current price is around 20 mil if I kept them, until this video. But I was just too hasty to sell them. I kind of wanted the cash anyways. But later in that task, I also got another shard, which was kill number 614, I believe. Yep, 614. And that was 14.5 mil instant. And then just 18 kills later, I got another one for 14.5 mil. So holy crap. That was 3 shards in one task, and it was also one night. So that was like 42 mil made in like an hour and a half. That was just insane. And then to finish up the loot video, about 100 kills later, I got another shard for another 14.5 mil. I will definitely do more Edimmus after this video, because it's just amazing for my Slayer series. But during this loot video, I made so much money for that series, and that's why I'm not going to be selling my price checks, by the way. I'll just be showing it because I'm going to keep it for my Slayer tab. But that really explains Edimmus for you guys. Their money is just amazing, as you guys have just been seeing. Let's go on the price check, see how much money it actually is. So guys, here is the loot from the 1000, and right away, as you can see, I got the 1000 ashes, and they're about 4k right there. I think they sell for about that price. They're not any higher, maybe a little bit lower. I don't really know the actual market value. But yeah, you also get a lot of rune items as well. So I got like 20 of each of these rune items. And these chain bodies are like 30k. The 2H's are around like 40k. And plate skirts are also around 40k. So they do add up a lot as well. So it's good to bank those. And you get some logs, and you get a lot of herbs. And you get these like armor seeds, tool seeds, and weapon seeds. I really don't know if they're the market values. They probably are. It's been long enough. So, I mean, they're not super expensive or anything, but they just add a little bit of money. And then you get these seeds as well, like these herb seeds that used to be a lot of money, but they're worth crap right now. So I don't think it's good to like pick these up, to be honest with you. And then you also get some U seeds every now and then. And then look at this cash stack. It's 85.7 mil. Yeah, about there. And I can say right now 210k came from just coin drops from the Edimmus themselves, and then 85.5 mil came from all of the blood shards that I mentioned earlier. Sucks that I didn't actually hold on to them, but it's okay. 85 mil is still pretty epic. And just looking at this loot, this took me 8 hours, including the cash stack. So it's already over 10 mil an hour just from these Edimmu. I don't know how that can be. They're just a Slayer monster. They're not a boss. And just imagine if I did sell it for 20 mil each. I mean, that's an extra 35 mil. That's an extra 4 mil an hour just there. So, oh wow, that's crazy. But obviously, I got really lucky. But let's just price check, see where I am at. And it looks like 98.1 mil. Let's just round it up to 98.1 mil. And that is pretty awesome, guys. That's in 8 hours. That's over 12 mil an hour. It's like 12 and like 200k an hour. That's better than Rots right now. That's pretty comparable to Rago if you get decently lucky, or, you know, decent rate, I guess, of the Seismic Wand. So I hope this goes to show you that it's really worth getting 115 Dunge and 90 Slayer to do these guys on task. Obviously, their experience is very bad, and considering the tasks take like, 90 minutes sometimes, it's not the funnest task, I can say, but it's so much money, as you guys can see. So I definitely recommend go in here. I definitely recommend getting the stats if you do not have them. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good day.